Hi Stampers, this is Trevis. Welcome to Video Tuesday. And so today I'm going to do a card that we did at my recent Christmas card stamp camp on Saturday. And it was such a cute card that I thought I'll just share it with you. It's a cute fun fold. I am using a couple of current stamp sets from the mini catalog. I am in love with the Yuletide Village. This stamp set is adorable. There are no dies. There's no punch to go with it, but it has 9 photopolymer stamps in it. And so I used this on the card. I also used Humble Home for because there's no sentiments in here. So I did use Humble Home for the sentiments. And this one, From Our House to Yours. Now, some people are single, right? So it's not our house, it's my house. So there are other sentiments in here that would work. Merry Christmas. You could just do another stamp set that has a different sentiment in it. But I love this big heart. That is such a cute stamp. So that's what I opted for unless people ask me for something else for the inside. So let's get started. I'll give you the measurements of this card. I did use some retired ribbon because the ribbon I needed was white. I needed quite a lot of it because I had 12 people at stamp camp, so they each made 2 of these, so I needed 24 cards, and you need quite a long piece, so I did use some retired ribbon, and this is the ribbon I chose. It's this real thin white ribbon, so, yeah, it's retired. You could also use twine, like baker's twine, white baker's twine, or any color, really, or pool party, or black. You could use any color really for this card. So anyway, I'm just giving you that heads up. So let's get started today, and I'm going to talk through it as I stamp. Okay, so let's get started. So I started with a piece of white cardstock. This is thick white cardstock. The measurements on my cardstock are 8.5 by 5 1/4. I know it seems a weird size for a fun fold, but 8.5 by 1 1/4. You're going to score it twice, and the first score is going to be at 1.5. So I did score this at 1.5, and then I scored it again at 5.5. So that makes the fun fold like that. Okay, so you have that little overlap, which you need to make it really work. Okay, so that is the base of my card. Then I also added a piece of white cardstock that I ran through the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder. So this is 2 3/4 by 5, and this is going to go on this flap of the card. So let's just go ahead and add that now. I'm going to use our green glue because it is textured. So I'm just going to add a little of the green glue. You could use your adhesive. That's fine too. I do ask people to bring their adhesive of choice to stamp camp, and if they forget it, it's no problem. I have it, but it's nice if they bring their own. And usually people have, our Stampin' Seal, but if they need liquid glue, well, I have that available. Okay, so we have that. So that's going to go there like that. It gives your card a lot of extra oomph, weight. So it's kind of nice to have that. All right, now on this little flap, I did use some Nests of Winter Designer Series paper. And this is measured 4 3/4 by 1 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and add that now. I'm going to add that to this side and also to the inside. Okay, so add this with I'm just going to add this with the Stampin' Seal. There we go. Well, let's see if I can get that. There we go. And then I have another piece here. Same size. 1 1/4 by 4 3/4. So that will go on the inside also. You want to decorate the inside sometimes as pretty as the outside. Okay, so now for the inside of my card, I do have a piece of Coastal Cabana. And this is, oh, you know what? I brought Pool Party ink. I need to get my Coastal Cabana ink. That's the wrong color. Okay, so this measures 5, right? Because you want it to layer inside this 5 1/4. So this is 5 by, I don't know, that's always going the wrong way. 3 3/4. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that on the inside of my card. 5 by 3 3/4. Yeah, just want to make sure I don't forget to add the ribbon. I'm looking at it going, okay. Then on this piece, this is just a little bit smaller because that's going to layer inside. This card's got a lot of weight. It's really nice and heavy card. So this is 3.5 by 4 3/4. 3.5 by 4 3/4. All right. So there's basically the fun fold card. Okay. Now I am going to, since this is 5 1/4, I am going to layer it on a piece of Coastal Cabana that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So this is actual card size that will fit in an envelope, one of our regular envelopes. Okay. But before I do that, I'm going to add my ribbon. And again, I was kind of running out of ribbon to do this demo. So I have 2 pieces that are cut, and I'm just going to do a little cheater here. Okay, this is, I'm going to put this behind. So I'm just going to put this. So I'm just going to add my ribbon and add my ribbon here. Okay, so nobody knows because that's going to be hidden. You could do that anytime you want. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add this to my card back. Okay, so this is going to be on the back of my card. Going to give it a nice border. So I'm just going to add this to the back of my card. Okay, so now you can see that you can't see where that ribbon was connected, right? So we have that going on. All right. Now, we need to decorate the inside of the card. And this is where the Yuletide Village comes in. So what I did with the, well, where are they? Oh my gosh. I don't have my Yuletide Village pieces. Oh, I don't know what I did with them. Oh, Trevis. I know I did cut them out, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp them now. It's going to take a little longer, but that's okay. We're going to stamp them, and we are going to add them to the card. Okay, so I have some little pieces of cardstock here. Oh, kind of messed that up. And I need a black stamp pad. You know, it always happens with live videos. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp my village, my 2 houses from my village. And I'm going to stamp this one. First. And then the second one is this one. This is probably my, other than the church, this is probably my favorite little house. Okay, so now I'm going to color those in, and I'm going to use my blend markers. Okay, and unfortunately, goofy me, I'm just going to use, we don't have Coastal Cabana. I don't think we have Coastal Cabana, do we? No, we don't have Coastal Cabana blends. So I'm going to use Pool Party. It'll look fine. Okay, so first I'm going to color this with the light. So I'm just going to color these with the light Pool Party. And I'm just going to do this base of the house first. And the cool thing is when you're coming back with your dark blend, if you go over some areas that you're going to do with the dark blend, it's fine. All good. Okay, so now I'm just going to do this house. So bizarre. I swear I colored these and had them ready to go, but I don't know. Maybe I ended up using them for somebody that messed up their card. I'm not sure. That's really strange. Okay, now I'm going to come back with the dark. I'm just going to color the door with the dark blend and the shutters top of this and the eaves of the house. So we have some snow going on the rooftops. And I'm just going to color this door. I'm going to leave the bow. I'm going to color that in red. Okay, shutters. All right. Then I think I've told you this before. I have a problem with houses that are hollow. The windows they look like nobody's home. That kind of bothers me. So I am coloring in the windows so it looks like there's somebody home. And then I'm just going to color the bow on this one. The little red bow. Okay, now I have it. Okay, so now I'm just going to trim these out real quick. Do a little fussy cutting. As I said, there are no dies or punches for this set. So you have to, if you want to stamp them straight onto your card, that works great. I'm going to leave a little snow area in the front. Or you can fussy cut like I am. Okay, there's one. And let's do the second one. This is going to be a little longer video than I planned because I messed up with houses. Sorry about that. But you know what? It's okay because then you got to see me coloring them in. Okay. Got that ready. Now I am going to add a little bit of shimmer to the snow. I'm going to use my Wink of Stella. Give that a shake. This is getting a little low, so we'll see how this goes. Oh yeah. Add a little Wink of Stella here. Just to the house. Don't need a whole lot. Every place that there's white, I'm just going to add it like snow shimmering. Okay. All right. Let's proceed with the card. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I did cut out some trees. I swear I cut out this stuff, guys. I have no idea where my stuff went. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I have these trees. Now this is a die, right? These are dies from what is the name of the dies? They are called Encircled in Nature. Okay, so these dies are from Encircled in Nature. And I did cut these out ahead of time, thank goodness. Because I don't want to have to get up and go over to the cutting emboss. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add this house to the inside of my card. Right down here. And then I'm going to add these tall trees by just putting a touch of glue on here. Less is more. You don't want to overdo it on the glue. I'm going to have this next to my house. And I'll put them on this side. So I cut it a little short on that side. Okay, so I have little trees. Okay, so we have that ready. And then I have another piece of cardstock. This is what makes the card really cute, is this piece that folds. And here's the measurements on it, so you'll know. This one is 2 1/4 by 5 1/2, scored at 2 3/4. So that gives you this little flappy card. And then I did, out of that same designer series paper, I did cut this piece. And this again measures 2 by 2 1/2. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to the front of this little flap. Like this. And then I'm going to add this little house right here. So isn't that so cute? These little houses are, I am loving little houses. when I was a kid, we always had a Christmas scene under our tree. And I think that came from my grandma. My mom continued the tradition, but my grandma started it. Okay, so I'm going to put this right here. So we have little trees. Let's add some Wink of Stella to that too. Add a little bit of Wink of Stella to our trees, make them sparkle like there's a little snow on them. Okay, and then on the inside, I am going to stamp those 2 stamps I talked about from Our House to Yours, and also the large heart. So from Our House to Yours, we're going to stamp that in Coastal Cabana. And I'm going to stamp it like right there. And then the heart, I'm also going to stamp that. But I'm going to stamp it off once because I want it lighter than the words. So I'm going to ink that up, but then I'm going to stamp it off once. See if that works. It'd be nice if I had my paper over here, but I don't. Okay. And then I'm going to close this so I don't put my hand in it because I've been known to do that. Now, oh, you know what? Kind of messed that up. I wanted this to go underneath here, but instead, we're going to make it work. We're going to put it behind this. Silly me. Oh, Trevis, you are a disaster today. I'm actually changing up my card. This is not the way I designed the card. I'll show it to you in a minute. Okay, so we have that. Okay, so now, see if this is going to work. I don't know. I'm starting to wonder. Now we tie this like that. And I'll show you my original card, and so you can see it. Okay, so here is my card that I made today. Here is the original card, and I like the original card much better. Okay, so this flap actually had this on it. I messed that up. Ugh, what a disaster. And then I used twine on this card instead of the ribbon. But you can see this keeps it closed. The way I designed it keeps the flap closed, which makes more sense. Okay, so there's the fun fold. I gave you the measurements. You can change it up and make it any way you want. You can make the flap going up and down, which is cute also. You can change, you can stamp something on here if you don't have an embossing folder that you like. You can stamp something on here. You can use designer series paper on this side also. But the card is very cute. And when it opens, this is inside and this is inside. So thank you for watching today. I'm sorry I was such a mess, but you get the idea. We all mess up sometimes. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on Friday. Bye.